All right, welcome back everybody. Let me reposition this camera a little bit. It's a little low. All right, can you see if you can see everything on there? Okay. So welcome back to the channel. I'm back out here again, checking the sight on the Crossbow because we had a little issue yesterday. So hopefully the hunting video will come out before this one. Matter of fact, I know it will because I'm going to make sure of it. So long story short, on that video, if you watch it, you will see that we had two misses. Both, I missed a doe and my daughter missed a doe. I still have to edit that video. We both shot low by a couple of inches. Estimation, we was basically reviewing the footage, and we both shot underneath the deer at about 25-27 yards ish. So when I sighted this thing in, I sighted it in with the field tips. I did not shoot it with the broadheads on it because I didn't want to damage the broadheads. It was dead on. I don't know if the scope got bumped. I don't know what the situation was, but it shot a couple of inches low and we completely shot underneath both deer, so we missed the opportunity to harvest two deer yesterday. So I'm gonna check the sight in. I got the target out there 20 yards. I'm gonna put a couple of arrows in it. If it's dead on, then I'm gonna move it back to 30, and then I'm gonna use the second reticle down for the 30. The top reticle will be for the 20, just same way I sighted it in. And if it's dead on, I got a couple of straw bales I'm going to set down there at 20 yards, and I'm going to shoot the field tip through it. And then I'm going to move it back to 30 yards and shoot the field tip in it and make any adjustments that I need to make if need be. But I don't understand why it shot low unless the scope got bumped. Or the other thing is the broadhead may be heavier than the field tip, even though both packages said 100 grains. I don't have a way to weigh them. The only way I could think to remedy this issue, so next time we go out to hunt, we don't have the same problem and shoot low, is I'm going to recheck the sight in. And if that checks out, then I'm going to shoot the broadhead, but I want to shoot it into the straw, not into that target, because I don't want to damage the broadheads and have to go buy some more broadheads. So we got the target set up at 20. I got one locked and loaded. I'm going to go ahead and use the Tacticam so I can show the shot placement. I got to adjust this tripod, and we'll fling some bolts and see if it was user error, or try to figure out what's going on, get this thing sighted in so we can harvest a deer. I don't want to miss any more opportunities. Don't want to keep putting a bunch of pressure out here, considering it's in my backyard. It's, you know, if we put too much pressure, then the deer's going to quit coming in, and then we're going to lose our opportunity to harvest. So, and disclaimer, this is the first year both myself and my daughter have ever used the Crossbow. I've never archery hunted. I've always rifle hunted. I stated that in the video where I was sighting this thing in. Don't have a whole lot of knowledge about them, don't have a whole lot of experience with them. Only time I've ever shot it was when I was sighting it in, and then I took a bad shot, which I thought was a good shot, and missed. And the same thing happened with my daughter. Now on my shot, I actually didn't have the window on the blind folded down enough. I didn't see it through the reticle on the scope, so I assumed that I was clear. The broadhead actually went through where I folded down the blind window. It's one of the Tidewee see-through blinds. You probably, if you've watched the video of me showing my setup, you'd have seen what blind I was using in that video. So it tore through that folded section, and I thought maybe that might have deflected it and caused it to drop. But seeing that my daughter missed and shot under her deer, which was almost in the exact same spot the deer that I shot at was standing, and we both shot, according to the video, it looks like about the same distance low. I'm gonna say it wasn't the arrow or the broadhead hitting the blind window that caused it to drop. There was something wrong with the setup, or the scope got bumped or something. So we're gonna see what the situation is with that. I'm kind of rambling on, so let me shut up and let me go ahead and send a couple of these downrange, and we'll double check all the settings and make sure the scope's on. And if not, then we'll make the adjustments, and I'll just have to be more careful with getting this thing in and out. I don't remember bumping it, but anything's possible. So we're set up at 20 yards. I got one locked and loaded. We'll send one down range, see how close I hit, and kind of go from there. All right, take her off safe. I'm on the top reticle. Almost perfect. Just a little right. Now, I'm kind of an idiot because I totally forgot to turn on the Tacticam, but we're going to take multiple shots anyway. So let me pull this left. A couple of clicks, just because it shot right. It was still in the bullseye, but it shot a little right. So I'll go ahead and go pull that bolt out, and we'll do it again. I'll go ahead and cock it. I'm just going to leave the camera rolling. I'm not going to stop it and have to cut together a bunch of different clips. So we're just going to leave her rolling, and we'll call this uncut. You get to see all my nonsense. And just in case this thing is hitting dead on, I don't want to send another bolt down there and take the chance of hitting that bolt and damaging it. So we'll go ahead and, okay, that's unsafe. We'll go ahead and go pull that one. I'll just turn you around so you can see. And that thing's got some power, because it buried 3/4 of the bolt into this thing. Wow. If either one of them deer yesterday would have been hit, they would have been toast, especially at about 25 yards. I know they say these things are good for 60, 70, 80 yards. Some people even say 100 yards. I don't know that I would trust taking an ethical shot at 100 yards with a crossbow, because I don't have enough experience with it. So I've turned that knock off. All right, so that one was pretty dead on, just a little right. So I made a little adjustment, pulled it a little left. And now, before I forget, let me turn on the Tacticam so you guys can see the actual shot, since I forgot to do it the first time. Oh, helps take it off safe. Dead bull. So I don't know what the situation was there. I don't know. We'll move her out to 30. Move her out to 30 and send another one in it. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Now, as far as my shot goes, I'm pretty sure I didn't, oh wow, I'm pretty sure that I didn't yank the trigger. Man, that got hot. That's crazy. As far as my daughter's shot goes, I was trying to help get her set up on the tripod and made sure the thing was off of safe and all that. I didn't actually have my hands on the bow, so I couldn't tell you if she jerked, or I obviously couldn't see through the scope how she was seeing it, but she hit low about the same distance that I hit low. That's 27. Let's go back a little more. Okay, we'll call that 28. I don't think we're going to be able to do a 30-yard shot back there. I think last time I range finded it, the farthest shot I was going to be able to get without being in a bunch of trees was 26 or 27 yards, something like that. But just so I can say I did it, we'll put her at 30. And we'll send it down again. This time we'll use the second pin down. And if it hits dead on, like I said, we'll move those straw bales out there and hang a target on it. Maybe it was an issue with the broadhead. That's the only thing I could think. Might help to turn the camera back around. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to try to do this with one camera and no help. I really need to invest in a second camera, and I can have a camera facing down there and a camera facing here, and I don't have to keep moving it back and forth. But I'm still a small channel. I'm very, very low budget, and seeing I'm trying to load the bolt and I didn't even cock the thing. So, but again, I'm leaving it all running so you get to see all my failures. I'm learning with this stuff. It's my first year messing with one of these. It's much easier rifle hunting. You make sure your gun sighted in. You make sure you don't bang it around and knock your scope off. And then you sit in your stand or blind or whatever and you shoot. And if you miss the first time, you got a couple more opportunities. With this thing, it's pretty much a one and done unless you get real lucky and you have enough time to reload it and take another shot, but I'm assuming that doesn't happen very often. And these things are kind of loud when you're trying to cock them and everything, so the chances that a deer's not going to run is next to none. All right, we're on the second reticle. I'll turn the Tacticam on so I can see where she hits. Are you recording? You are, okay. So that was a little high. That could have been me. I think that one was me. I'll lower this down just a smidge more again. That felt like I was having to lean up too much. Let me go ahead and let's see. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right, let me go grab this bolt, recock this thing again, and send it down through there again. Now, it's on the bull, or just above the bull, so it's a little high, but not bad in the grand scheme of things. As long as you're aiming towards the vitals, that still should have been a kill. But my daughter got a little bit upset that she completely missed her first. That would have been her first deer, and I was kind of bummed out that she missed and wasn't able to harvest. She didn't take it very well, so I need to get this thing set up and get it dead on. So let me turn you again. So, I don't know if you can see it on that camera, but you'll be able to see it on the Tacticam. At 30 yards on the second pin, we are still, I mean, it's just a hair outside of the bullseye circle here. It's just a hair. It's in the white. That's still very much a kill. Wow, that is so hard to get these out of there. I'll make sure I'm lined up good. I worry about missing these little wings or whatever you call these things, pulling this thing out of that target. But oh well, if I tear it up, I got a few more. So I'm gonna try not to make this a very long video, so hopefully I can get it squared away pretty quickly. Turn off my knock. All right, I'll send another one in. So that'll be, I had 2 shots at 20 yards that was really close. I made an adjustment left to right and got it pretty well dead on. This will be my second shot at 30. It seems to be a little high. A little high at 30. It's a little high at 30. I'll take it with me this time so you can see, especially considering I just knocked everything over. Which is weird because when I was sighting it in, it was shooting. You could see the bolt dropping. You can see the bolt dropping when I was sighting it in. Now I am shooting downhill this time too, though. Before I was over there shooting at my retaining wall. And it's a bunch of sunlight over there and it's kind of warm, so I wanted to do this in the shade. I'm gonna say that's good. Let's let you take a peek at it. We're gonna call that. We're gonna call that pretty freaking close. That's the second shot. Sorry about all the moving the camera around. That was the second shot, 30 yards. It veers a little right because I was pretty much aiming dead square center as best as I could. I mean, I guess I could do an adjustment at 30, but I don't know how far off that'll throw me at 20. Let me do that. I know I'm a glutton for punishment. I should leave well enough alone, but most likely the shot that we're gonna have is gonna be in the 25-ish yard range. So I don't have any sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop her down and left a couple of clicks. Give her one more go. See how she does. Now I like on this Barnett bow, it's got this nifty little built-in handle. I mean, it could be a pain in the butt to some, but it's a lot less effort. The little pull string thing that most people use, it doesn't look real hard to do. It doesn't look like it's real hard to do, you know, not like real hard on your arms or anything, but just being able to crank this handle is kind of sweet. I kind of like it. All right, we're at 30 again. It was a little high and a little right, so I want to drop it down. We'll go 3 clicks and we'll go 3 left and 3 down. We'll see what that does. Hopefully this will be the last one. Take her off safe. Turn on the Tacticam. That was almost the exact same spot. And yes, I already double checked that the scope was tight, the rings were tight, nothing's loose on the bow. And so I really don't have an explanation for what's going on here. As close as these things are shooting, wow, 3 clicks didn't move it much at all. Dropped it down into the white, but not by a lot. I'll do 6 more on each. Wow. Yeah, I know this is probably boring, especially going back and forth on all that stuff, but I just want to make sure I get it as close to dead on as I can. So, all right, I'll set you back up over here. This is a huge pain in the butt. I really got to get a second camera. All right, so 3 clicks only brought it over a tiny bit. So I want to go I need to go down. So all right, we did 8. We did 8 each. So I did 8 bringing it left and 8 bringing it down, and hopefully that'll get it pretty close to dead on in theory. And once we get this thing set up, then I can put it away until this weekend when I can get back out there to hunt and go in and edit the video from the last hunt. So, like I said in prior videos, I'm new, I'm a small channel, very low budget. I'm a working man, so I pretty much do everything myself. I'm learning it all the hard way. I'm learning all the editing, I'm learning all the filming, pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. I'm in a learning phase, so hopefully you be patient with me and realize that I will get better with time. I also know I kind of made a mistake by getting a bunch of content ready and then posting a bunch of videos back to back to back, and then I ran out of content and I've been struggling to get some content. So I'm gonna start getting some content build back up, and I'll do a few shorts here and there, and then I'll probably go to doing 1 video a week until I can start getting some content built up, and then hopefully maybe I'll be able to do more than 1 a week. But I appreciate everybody who watches the videos. I appreciate all the likes. I do appreciate the subscribers. If you aren't a subscriber, it doesn't cost you anything. Go ahead and click that button. Hit the like button. It helps out the channel. I appreciate it. And we'll continue to try to bring content to you guys. All right. So I made some adjustments. Let me turn on this. Oh, we are recording. Okay. I'll have to edit all that out because I hit the record button too soon on that one. All right, 30 yards, made some adjustments. We're on the second reticle. Wow. That one had to be me. That one was definitely me. I'm not gonna bring you down there for this. Whoa. And now it seems to be wanting to shoot high. And I double checked everything on the bow too. Everything's tight. That's the only pain in the butt thing about this if you're trying to sit down and do it. I could get off my lazy butt, I guess, and stand up, but nah, we'll make it happen. Just to verify if that was me or not, I'm gonna shoot one more before I make any more adjustments. I don't want to start chasing my tail with this scope. I want to make sure it wasn't me twitching first. And if it shoots high again, then that means I went the wrong way. Oh, actually I know I went the wrong way because now I'm looking at it. Okay, we'll try that. I was totally reading that upside down. All right. See, told you get to see all my mistakes and everything. Now, let's see if we went the right way. That's good enough. That is good enough. I mean, I could probably go down a little more. And then go a little left. All right. One more. We'll go one more. And then we will put the broadhead on. I actually got a bolt over here with the broadhead in it still. Now the broadhead that I shot and missed, it hit the bottom of a tree and kicked sideways and dug into the dirt, and it broke one of the blades off of it. So I only have 2 good broadheads right now. I did order some better ones from Bass Pro, so when they get here, same 100 grains. When they get here, I'll have 3 mechanical blades. I don't remember what they're called. Let me look real quick. They are Rage Hypodermic Crossbow mechanical broadheads, 100 grain. So they look like they're going to have a whole lot bigger cut radius. And I got a cousin that uses those broadheads and he swears by them. So I'll be 100% honest with you. The broadheads I'm using are some cheap Walmart. If I ain't mistaken, they were like 10 or 12 bucks for 3. So, I mean, you get what you pay for, I guess. All right. Let's see. One more time. This one should be good. And if this one's good, then we'll drag this hay or straw, whatever this thing is, we'll drag that down there and give her a go. Turn this on. Trying to hurry so this video isn't too long and too boring, but I also want to make sure I get a squeeze every time. Oh, that is perfect. That is literally dead center. Okay. It doesn't get any better than that. It's literally right dead center. Okay, so I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to drag these straw bales out, put them in the same location, and then get a little target stuck to it. And then we're going to shoot the broadhead, and as long as the broadhead shoots the same, I don't even know if you can see me in here. It might just be talking to my chest. We're going to get those straw bales down there, get a target set up on it, and then shoot the broadhead through it. As long as it shoots, I'm only going to shoot it once, and then we should be good to go. And this video is already 30 minutes long, so I'll probably have to edit some of this out. So, all right, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'll turn it around so you can see what I got going on here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you'll see it on the Tacticam shot. But I got a couple of hay bales down there. Well, straw, hay, whatever you want to call it. Something a little softer to shoot into than that crossbow target. I'll double check my range. We're right at about 27, 28 yards. No, that I'm blind. 28.8 yards, so close enough. We'll put the actual broadhead in. And as long as it hits pretty freaking close, then I know we're good to go. I only had to make a few adjustments. So I don't know what the situation was or why we both hit so low, but I did, at the longer range, I did have to drop it probably 10-ish clicks. So that might have been it. But I could have swore when I sighted that thing in, it was pretty dead on. But I mean, anything could have happened. I could have bumped it and not realized it. Well, tons of things could have happened. I guess it really don't matter at this point. I just got to get it squared away. Make sure the broadhead tip's tight, which it is. Everything good to go. Get her in there. Take her off safe. Turn the Tacticam on. We'll shoot the second reticle. Now that looked like it was a little low with the broadhead on it. So maybe that is the situation. Maybe that broadhead is a little bit heavier than they said it was. So, looks like I got to bring it back up. Well, that answered that question. It dropped considerably with the broadhead on it. And I double checked the package again before I came back out here. And the field tips and the broadheads both say 100 grain. And now maybe, you know, some of you guys that's into bow hunting and shoot crossbows and all that things, maybe you know, you already know, hey, yeah, you got to shoot the broadhead too, but I kind of was under the assumption if they both weighed the same that it wouldn't drop that far. But that's the distance it dropped on that target is about the same distance that it dropped when we shot at those deer and missed. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this bad boy right back up. We'll bring it up about 10 clicks. I should have left it alone as far as the up and down goes. So, all right, we'll go again. All right, I didn't really see where that one went. I have to go look at the target. Okay, so that second shot was a little high, which the other one was considerably low. Maybe that was me, maybe I pulled it. So we're gonna throw another broadhead on here because the other arrow went somewhere out there in the yard and I just don't feel like looking for it right now. It's got a lighted knock on it. It'll I'll find it when it starts getting a little darker. So we'll just throw another broadhead on, another bolt. We'll send another one down and see if it hits in the same spot. If it does, then I'll bring her back down. Maybe I went up too far. Oh wow. What was that? That might have been that. That might have been the arrow I hit the tree with, because that one went. Okay, everybody, we're back. It's the next day. I had some technical difficulties yesterday. I didn't really have the correct setup out there. I had a target on a 5-gallon bucket, and then I had a couple of straw bales stacked on top of each other. When I was trying to finish sighting it in, I got it dead on with the practice tips, and then I was trying to make sure that it was still good with the actual broadheads on it, but I was having some issues. So apparently the broadheads that I had on here are garbage. They were the cheap, I think it was $10 for a pack of 3 Allen fixed blade. I think they were just some cheap 3 blade fixed broadheads. They were pretty much garbage. So I stopped today and got a better set of broadheads, because obviously I didn't have any that weren't broken anymore, so I had to have some broadheads anyway. So I went today and got a better, more beefier set of broadheads, and we're going to continue to try to get this thing dialed in so that the next time we go out there and try to harvest a deer, we're not missing. And obviously, since those broadheads busted blades off just by hitting the dirt, not very confident that those would have done very good hitting a deer. So we went ahead and got some new broadheads. We're gonna do the same 30 yards and send a couple down at the target. Make some adjustments if need be on the scope. I'm hoping that this will be, just a couple of shots and we'll be good to go. So without further ado, let's send one downrange, and hopefully these fly a whole lot better than the other ones flew, because those were straight trash. Oh, that's actually hitting my crossbow. I might need to try to turn that a little ways, because that big blade's actually hitting the crossbow. See if I can get it to where there we go. That's a little better. Okay. We're at the same, I believe it was 27 yards. We're going to do the same hold. With it being just at 30 yards. I'm going to hold on the second pin. And hopefully these fly much better. It should only be 1 or 2 shots and we should be good to go. Oh wow, that completely disintegrated. That second straw bale. Well, so much for that idea. Well, let me go see where it landed. I'll set that in there for right now. Go ahead and get this bad boy cocked. lower the scope down a few clicks. Okay. The left to right was pretty well dead on, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's see, I want to bring that down. We'll try 4. One click is a 1/2 inch, so at 100 yards it says, so, which is crazy because I'm not going to shoot this thing at 100 yards, but anyway, we'll try 4 clicks. I could probably take the time to do the math on that, but we'll just do it the hard way. Kind of in a time crunch. I want to try to get this done. Already way more impressed with these broadheads. Okay. Second shot. It still seems like it's high. Go check. I'll do 6 more clicks. This video is going to be a little longer than I wanted it to be, but we'll see. I might edit some of the unnecessary stuff out of it, but just wanting to show everybody exactly what's going on. So it's really not an excuse for us missing 2 deer, but if it was an issue with the equipment we were using and the fact that we were both unexperienced with shooting a crossbow. So, all right, shot number 3. Hopefully I'll get lucky and this will be the last one. That one was still high. This thing's gonna aggravate me, and I'm gonna take this raggedy scope off of here and put a red dot or something on there. Well, we just had a mishap again. That bolt went through all that and it's somewhere in my grass and I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to wait till dark yet again, just like I had to do yesterday, so I can see the lighted knock. I got one more bolt out here that has a broadhead on it. I just adjusted the scope again, and hopefully this time it'll drop enough and then we'll be good to go. I don't understand why it hasn't dropped with the amount of times I've clicked it down already. 3 shots in a row were all in the exact same place, and I dropped the scope at least 8 or 10 clicks, so I want another 6 clicks. So we're going to shoot it again. Are you kidding me now? Now I'm low. I'm starting to get frustrated. I'm really getting tired of messing with this thing. And this right here is the reason why I always did rifle hunting and never messed with bow hunting. Come on. All right, now I guess I'll go back up with it. I feel like I'm going back and forth here. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, this is taking way longer than I expected it to. Half of this footage is not even going to go on there, I'm sure. Oh, I got to change it again. Maybe that might be too much. So if it's a half an inch at 100 yards, at 30 yards, it's going to be considerably more. Maybe that's the problem. I'm going way too many clicks. All right. There we go. That's much closer. That might actually be good enough. I'm just going to drop it 1 click. I know that doesn't sound like much, but if 1 click is a half an inch at 100 yards, it's going to be considerable at 30 yards. And that was the problem, is I didn't look at the scope close enough to see that it was written on there. as far as this whole sighting in process, as I was overdoing it with the clicks. So we'll bring it down 1 click. We'll throw one more at it, and as long as I hit the bullseye at 30 yards, that's good enough, because that will kill. Okay. Got to get this thing squared away so I can get back out there hunting. Yep, that was it right there. Perfect. Perfect. And these are flinging way better than those other junk broadheads that I bought. So we had a combination of issues. We had some crappy broadheads, and then after the crappy broadheads, we had me misadjusting the scope because I didn't have my glasses on, so I didn't look down there and see that it was a 1/2 inch per click at 100 yards. So I was way overdoing it, and it was moving way too high or way too low. So long story short, had I paid better attention, we could have had this taken care of within a couple of shots. But we definitely weren't going to get anything taken care of with them old raggedy broadheads that was on there. And I say old, they weren't old, they were new, but the old broadheads that was on the bolts. Now I got the good broadheads on there, which still isn't super high dollar ones, but they're much better, they're much thicker. They're still fixed blade. I don't remember the brand. I got them in the house. I don't remember the brand off the top of my head, but they're much stouter and they fly a whole lot straighter. So now I just had 2 of them in the bull. We're going to call that good. Hopefully with the next hunt we'll be able to harvest. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, it would help the channel tremendously. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.